Hi and welcome to another Memory Keeping Monday. I'm Garden Girl Jen Gallagher and today I'm going to use a collection kit to create a layout. So what's included in a collection kit when you get them here at 2-piece? It depends on the manufacturer, but typically you get several sheets of pattern paper. In this particular one from Echo Park Paper, this is for the Record 2 documented. You get 12 sheets of pattern paper and they're double-sided. So each manufacturer will typically put in pattern paper. You can see the different patterns. There'll often be journaling cards, borders, different things. Then a lot of times you'll get a sticker sheet. This particular one has border strips and some icon stickers up here. And then you may get an element sticker sheet. They can range in shape from 12 by 12 to 6 by 12. You might get transparencies, other embellishments, but a collection kit description will include what the kit contains. So this particular one contains 12 sheets of double-sided pattern paper, an element sticker sheet, and the alpha sticker sheet. So now I'm going to challenge myself to use this particular collection kit to create a layout so you can see how you can use the collection kits and stretch them to fit your project. So let's get started. So let's talk about ways that you can stretch a collection kit. One of the first things that you can do is you can use a digital die cut machine and you can cut shapes from the pattern paper found in the collection kit. This is a file folder shape with a number 9 in the center of it. And while I could just place it on my layout, a hot trend right now is to layer pattern paper behind cuts. And so I am using B-sides. A B-side of a pattern paper is usually the tone-on-tone or a smaller print. An A side will be a bigger, bolder pattern. And I'm going to layer and center that file folder shape right on top. And then I have the circle part of the 9. And matching the grid design, I'm going to realign that shape. So you can easily cut pattern paper with your Cameo machine. So try some different die cut shapes. Then you just start selecting paper from the collection kit. And remember, each paper in this particular collection kit is double-sided. So you have a lot of options. And one way to stretch your collection kit is to use some paper with the A side and some paper you could use with the B side. So now I'm going to add some strips of pattern paper and I'm going to cut the edges. Another way to stretch your kit is to cut the paper by hand in any shape that you like. I'm just going to layer that on there. For instance, the yellow one is cut on a diagonal, and this particular strip is cut from the border strips pattern paper. I love it when a company includes border strips because then it gives me a small taste of multiple designs. And I'm going to cut the end of this like a pennant. And then I'm going to add some twine to the end of it. And I've pre-cut the twine. You can use baker's twine, you could use ribbon. Just wrap it around a couple of times and tie it in a bow. And then we'll go ahead and adhere that to the layout. When you're using pennants and you're layering them, you want to cut some different sizes and with different ending shapes. So a diagonal would work, a pennant would work. You could use your border strip stickers. That would also work. Now I want to layer some elements on the cut, and I'm going to add some buttons that I've pre-tied with twine. Buttons are a great way to dress up any collection, and while most collection kits do not include buttons, you can easily pick some basic button colors from your stash and just add them to the collection kit. So just look for matching or coordinating colors of buttons. Brads would be another great option for adding to the collection kit. Now from the letter sticker sheet, there are several really tiny word phrases. This one is going to fit perfectly inside the tab that I've cut with this die cut folder. And we'll just layer that right there. One way to make a sticker a little bit more interesting is by adding pop dots to the bottom of it. So adhesive foam squares. This particular collection kit has phrases both on the element sticker sheet and the alpha sticker sheet, so I just picked a few of my favorites and we'll just layer that right on the page. Now, one thing that I like doing, and one trend that I have just fallen in love with, is I love the look of flags. And these flags are from the element sticker sheet, and I'm going to make them real flags by using some toothpicks that I just had around the house. And in order to do that, I'll remove the sticker from the backing and I will add a glue dot to the back of it. Now, while your sticker is already sticky, in order to get it to stick a little bit better to the toothpick, you want to use a little bit stronger adhesive. Then I'll add a little bit more glue dot to the back of it. And then I'm going to slip those right inside the paper like that. And then I'm going to take a second one, and I carefully plan the colors and the phrases. I always design with intent, meaning I think very carefully about what I want to use on the page and how I want to use it and how it supports the theme or the style or the story. So we'll layer those a little bit. You can see I'm just starting to layer with some of the stickers. The next thing I did that you could do is that when you cut a piece from the pattern paper, you can add machine stitching. You could use paint around the edges or ink around the edges. So you could alter the kit by recoloring or adding stitching. I simply added some stitching. And we'll layer that on the left side of the layout. You can also see at the bottom of this piece of paper, I have printed out my journaling. Now, I prefer machine printing, using a printer, rather than my own handwriting. So you could add a stamp here, you could add your own journaling, whatever you like. Then I have a photograph that I'm going to use that features my son. The journaling talks a little bit about how he's 9 and how grown up he's gotten. And I'll just put that on the page there. I'll add a tan photo corner. This from Canson. You could cut this with your Cameo machine, or you could use a pre-bought one, whatever you like, or you could skip this step. Now I'm going to add the border sticker to this. Now this particular collection kit includes several masculine and feminine details, and this is a masculine page. So one way to stretch the collection kit was that I picked out all of the element stickers that were masculine, and I left the feminine ones on the sticker sheet for use at another time. So stretch your stickers and your papers by only using the ones that fit that particular story. This is a story about a boy. He does not want flowers on his page unless he's picking flowers. So I went with the circular elements and the number elements. Do the same to stretch your collection kit. We're going to center that black border sticker on the left side of the layout. And then from the alpha sticker sheet, there are some teeny tiny little tabs. We will go ahead and add those here. So layer your stickers, give it a little bit of interest. You can use pop dots to layer them. You can simply layer them one on top of each other by centering them. There's a lot of options. This particular doily sticker could be feminine or it could be masculine. It kind of reminds me of the spirographs that we used to have as kids. And that to me was masculine, so I used that particular shape. I'm going to add a button to the center of it, make it a little bit more masculine. And then I'm going to go ahead and use some additional doily or spirograph shapes on the layout. And one of them, this little teal one, I'm going to pop dot. So add layers and dimension by using pop dots. Now for the title of this layout, I cut from the journaling cards paper this My Favorite phrase, and it actually had some more on this side, but I cut it off so that it would be centered perfectly on my page. And this is going to be my title. So I could use the alpha sticker sheets, or I can use paper elements and phrases from the collection kit to say what I need to say in my title. So now I have the complete alphabet to use at another time however I want. So that's one way that I stretch the kit. I also am going to add a Remember This sticker at the very top of this teal pattern paper. And I'm going to use adhesive foam dots. So there you have a layout that uses an entire collection kit. I still have lots and lots of papers. I only actually used about 5 papers from the collection kit. I still have plenty to create additional layouts. It could be feminine. I can create cards. I can create home decor projects. But I also took the collection kit and I printed on it, machine stitched, die cut from it. There's just endless possibilities when it comes to collection kits. Be sure to look for the supply list, as I will include some suggestions for some current collection kits that you could use to recreate this layout. Visit the website for additional ideas and for the next Memory Keeping Monday.